show me the contract, because I'm saying I don't have a contract. I didn't sign anything. Medicare didn't sign anything. So if you're saying that I had a contract with Medicare, then please, I'd like to see it. I'd really like to see it. And if you are insinuating that I benefited anyhow, I don't know, I benefited from the 360 million, then show me how much.
Hi guys, my name is Dineo and this is the right video that you have clicked. Basically today we're going to talk about Petunia Lenono, right? Sorry. So basically we're going to talk about Petunia Lenono. So guys, before we dive into it, please like, share and subscribe. Thank you also guys for clicking the video. Me going, it keeps me making more videos, right? So basically talking about Petunia Lenono, she went on I don't know, she was interviewed, right? I can say today, 1 hour ago. Yeah, 1 hour before making this video of mine. I don't know what time I'm gonna upload, but 1 hour before, right? So basically she is following the allegations that Mkhwanazi made in the media briefing, right, on the 6th of July 2025. Mkhwanazi mentioned a businessman called Matlala, Vusimuzi Matlala, who's currently in prison for what? I don't want to focus only on that, right? So basically, Petunia, how are they related, right? They are related. Okay, let me start from scratch, right? Quickly. I just want to make it a very quick video for this one, right? Basically, Lenono, she's a former, I'm just going to look down a little bit because I made some notes for myself, right? So, Petunia Lenono, she's a former police officer, right? So that's what the article says, right? The article that is written by News 24 that they published, right? So they say that like she was a former police officer, right? Then, but now she's an independent psychologist and consultant currently. But she was a former police officer. Keep in mind, right? So basically, the event that followed is that time that she was a former police officer, she became part of the bid evaluation committee that awarded 360 million rand, right, to 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 Matlala. Okay, so basically Matlala is the owner. I don't know whether should I say former owner or owner, right? Matlala, because he's in prison currently. So he's a former, okay, he's the owner, right? But then he was a chairperson. So I don't know, right? You guys know better than me, right? So since he's the former owner or whatsoever that it is, so of Medicaid, so that the company that won the tender, the bid, it's Medicaid, right? It won the 360 million, right? Keep it right there, right? So Lenono went there to clear the air. Now, I'm just going to ask what is clearing the air, because the video for me, it doesn't clear so much. It just, I don't know. I don't know what you guys think. Just comment on the comment section down below on what you guys think, right? Because I think I don't know the meaning of clearing the air, right? So basically, what she says is that currently the role that she played that time, right, is that she was the section head for psychological service, and she was a part of the committee, right, that awarded the the bid, kinda. And she said that she was doing basics. She's senior, and she was doing basics. Yeah, yeah. I'm not saying anything. She was senior, head head for the psychological service, right, for mental well-being of police officers or whatsoever that it is, right? Mind you, this is her first tender that she was awarded, and she is involved in health-wise things. She's a psychologist, and the tender is awarded to Medicare, which deals with health stuff. I don't know anything about that. I'm dealing with accounting stuff, so I don't know, right? So, but I just want to unfold, right, the story. So after she has been part of the evaluation process. She said that like there were 14 members of the committee, right? Evaluation committee, right? That awarded the 360 million. So since she was the part of that, immediately after, not really immediately, sorry, I think it's three weeks. After 3 weeks, she resigned as a former police officer, right? I don't know which one to say. Is it a former police officer or she a section head for psychological services or whatsoever that it is, right? But 3 months, she resigned. Then from there, she claims that after that, she met a Matlala, right? And they had a discussion, right, on how they are going to. Remember, now she's going to be an independent. What is the word? Independent. She's an independent psychologist and consultant. So now I don't know, since the company deals with health things, so then they had a, okay, I don't want to say contract, but they had a discussion on how she's going to work, right? And she's claiming that she had this is also what the article says, that she had an email address. If you get employed, right? Obviously, before, while you are in the, okay, okay, this is the process, right? That I know, right? Because I've been employed before, and yeah, you follow the interviews and everything, and then you're done. That is the discussion. She says she ended there. Then after the discussions, and then you go in, you become they add you into in their system, and then from there they give you the email address. But you can't do that if you don't have a contract, right? With the You didn't sign a contract or something. And why are they even adding you, giving you an email of Medicare if you don't have the if you didn't sign any contract? What is the reason? What is the purpose, right? That's where my curiosity is, right? So, but she's claiming that like currently she doesn't have any role that she's playing in Medicare. She has no work done. She's never done anything. She has no contractual agreement, meaning she has never signed any contract. But she had an email. That's what my problem is. I feel like she didn't clear so much about that. If you're clearing the air, clear everything. You can't just go there and sit down and clear everything. You can't just clear one thing. Because at the end of the day, if you go through these comment sections, you can see that like, oh yeah, it's something else. So that's where the problem is. Remember the Matlala. He's a businessman. He's currently arrested. He's allegedly linked to the shutdown of the task team connected to criminal network. So it has to deal with, that's what Mkhwanazi has explained or whatsoever that it is, right? So, but then now I think the lady must come back and clear the air again. So I just need you to watch the the video that I'm gonna post about her, just a short clip of her saying a little bit of some stuff. So, and then comment down below on what you guys think. Please like, share, and subscribe. This was just a short video. We're just gonna follow this case together until we uncover more, go deeper over and over again, you see. So yeah, but then thank you. Just watch the video. I won't comment after it. That'll be it. Thank you so much. Please like and share and subscribe. That's how you grow. Bye.
We are in July. And at that time, I was the only person who was singled out. to say I had anything to do with the 360 million tender, you know. And I think from March until July, there should have been something. There should have been some evidence. There should have been an investigation conducted to say, you know, what is the truth in this? Or
there's a section in the article that talks about you responding, and that response comes from an email address that belongs to Medicare 24.
Exactly.
How does that work if you're not in contractual agreement yet?
Basically, when you know you are going to enter a business relationship, or if you know that you are going to start a new job, you know, firstly, aren't you going to be enthusiastic about it? You want to impress your new employer, you know? I was clearing the ground. I was preparing myself. I was preparing myself to perform on my duties, because part of the contract requires that you contract other service providers, like your medical specialists and so forth. I had even started the process of seeing who can assist, who can be part of the process, so that when the contract is finally signed, I can hit the ground running. Yeah. That is me. That's how I work. I didn't want to delay the process any further. I wanted to perform, you know, to show also that they have not made the wrong choice in appointing me as a consultant. So I was getting the ground ready, yes. And it was a matter of us agreeing on the terms and the conditions of the contract, which is why I was also given the email address for Medicare to say we were preparing everything so that we don't waste time.
Okay.
Yes.
All right.
Unfortunately, or fortunately, the contract was not finalized. It's still not finalized. So I don't have a contract. I never had a contract. I don't have any money from Medicare. I've never benefited from Medicare or Mr. Matlala in any way. In any way.
Do you intend pursuing a relationship still with his company, even as he sits in jail?
But why should I? It's not about me to pursue, you know? I get recommended. And usually the companies, they approach me. So I seldom go and knock at the companies, you know? So
all right.
I'm a business person.
Can I just pause
I do
you
business.
There? Can I just pause you there for a moment? We have to take a break. Let's take a break, and when we return, we're going to wrap up this discussion. You're watching News at Prime, and if you're just joining us, we're in conversation with Petunia Lenono, who is a clinical psychologist and an independent consultant. We are discussing a 360 million rand South African Police Service tender, which was awarded, but it was after her time in the South African Police Service. The reason she is discussing this is partly because she now appeared to have a relationship with the very company that was awarded the tender by the South African Police Service. Let's conclude our conversation, Ms. Lenono. As we speak right now, Mr. Matlala sits in prison for an unrelated matter. Is this a company that you would still want to establish a relationship with, given that the owner sits in jail?
Well, whether the owner, I have other things really that I am busy with. My focus was not on Medicare. It has never been on Medicare. I never thought of Medicare. That was not the reason of my resignation. So I'm busy with a lot of things. I'm busy, you know. I do a lot of things because there's a lot that needs to be done, especially in the mental health space. Yeah. So my focus is not there, it's not on Medicare whatsoever. And whether Mr. Matlala is where...
For the record,
someone
who says, I don't believe Petunia, for one reason, and that is that you cannot